Between the Canes and the Noles, once upon a time, barely noticed outside the state of Florida. But those battles in the 80s and the 90s put both programs on the national map, made both of them champions, and we are lucky to have another showdown between these two today. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Seminoles will kick it away first. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own and fortunately ended up losing yards.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Throws to the tight end. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hand. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on you.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going.
Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you. Coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
The Hurricanes will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll return it from around the 50. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Offense in a split backfield. They'll go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
I don't know if I can quote the great Reese Davis. That was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Back to throw, it's Sperry. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Gets it out fast. Busts through behind his pad. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. Finds some fresh air. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State. That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Anthony. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. These two have storied traditions in the history of the sport, but in the not-too-distant past, Miami actually considered giving up football, and Florida State was an afterthought.
Yeah, a lot of people forget back in the day when Miami was in the Big East, right? And Florida State was in the ACC. This was kind of an interconference battle every time they played. But no doubt, David, this game just holds so much more significance to both programs.
Both in the state of Florida. Florida State and Miami, the uniforms are so great, the lineage, the history of the players. So it does. It feels like this rivalry's been playing a lot longer than since 1951.
Looking downfield on first down. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Leaves it with the running back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The sweet feet buy a little time. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. What a disappointment. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
On target over the middle. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. To the air, it's Sperry. Throws for the tight end. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter. And QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. They'll send out the kicker here. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. Splits the uprights, it's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Off play action. Moving out of the pocket. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Underneath toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Oh, he's got some space. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability, too.
And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. They drag him down at the 34-yard line, and they said they wanted to force mistakes, and they did just that. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, and it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Rushes on him. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game, and now all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know how college football, David, is about momentum. What is their defense going to be able to do here now when they take the field?
You're right, man. The momentum swings.
Turning it on. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Marking at the 17, and they are set up. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. A 1st down run in the red zone. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively. Those passing windows tend to shrink a lot.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Might be looking to run. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down.
And this offense has got to find a way to get some gimmies, some layups, some screens. They need some yak, some yards after the catch. They got to find some guys that can make some plays for this offense because it's just boom or bust. There's not a lot of consistency. They got to put some 1st downs together, put some drive.
Touchdown, Miami! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's money time. It's 3rd and goal. You got the option. You can run the football, still be balanced, use the big fella, the tight end. I love it down here because he can act like he's blocking, slip out, and get open. And then he's got that big body. You just throw it to him, and he does the rest.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Wisconsin has just had no answers today, and I'm not sure you could put J.J. Watt back out there inside Camp Randall and expect a different outcome. They're trailing by 14 to Marshall. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. The Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the tailback. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun, the ground game. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Now the play fake. Pressure coming. Going to try to get it himself. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. The Noles have had outstanding quarterbacks over the years. Not always dual threats. Sometimes a little more Danny Cannell-ish, but using his feet well there.
And even Chris Winkie. And guys that maybe they weren't runners, but man, they made those athletes around them really come to life and were a force multiplier, made everybody around them better. And you found a lot of those guys with these Florida State offenses.
Backed up now, here's second and long. To the air, it's Berry. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit, and when they get hurried, and when they get pressured, they become very agile. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Working that left side now. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Seminoles will come to the line to convert on fourth down. Trying to do it on the ground. Breaks into the open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where are you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Buys a little time with his feet. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Nice execution by this defense on second and goal. And they're trying to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
Lets it go to the end zone. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They marched to the end zone the last time they had it. Do it again, and they'll be on top. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Might as well give it to him again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. With the catch, it's Carr. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers. that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
This offense looking at a third down after that last completion. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Carr. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And the Hurricanes will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
So now it's second and long. Looking for a man. It's Whitaker. He's going for the big play. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His second interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Out of the gun, the inside give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Got his man on the right. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. To the air on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking for room. It's Gordon.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Hit as he throws. And they can't make the play on third down.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's second and 11. Wants to throw. It's Sperry. Here's a heat. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Finds his man. It's Smith. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. The Noles with the 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. Tackled at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Short coming here right from the midfield stripe. Looking to pass. It's Sperry. It's complete to the right. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field? You got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
No good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss.
Oh, and that ball just inches away from being in every highlight around the country. That was an absolute bomb. Just couldn't quite get it far enough.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. Grabbed in the middle. It's Glass. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grab near the marker. It's called. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one, and this offense within striking distance. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. They've moved it into scoring territory. 1st and 10 from the 11. Here we go. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Snags it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Out of the gun, the give to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half.
Here we go, here we go. 4-1-4 satellite. 4-1-4 satellite.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. And the offense will take the penalty, move the ball forward, and save the down. And the Canes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. From the gun. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Touchdown, Hurricane! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
And he added the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Head to the locker rooms. Looking for a man. It's Sperry. He uncorks one deep. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Canes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the 3rd quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Try and play action. Unloads to the right. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Dropping back, it's Sperry. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Really nice job by the defense. Here in the second half, they've got to have the mentality. With the lead, if we just don't give up any more points, we get the double. We got to make big plays on third down. They made a big one there.
They kick it away on fourth down. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. With that last drive, they looked like they were throwing against air. Just absolute precision execution in the passing game, and it led him to a touchdown. We'll see what they have this possession. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. You want to give this guy a chance to get some yards after the catch, but there was nothing there.
Yeah, give the defense credit. You saw their speed rallying to the football on the perimeter.
They're dealing with a second and long.
Down.
Power football with the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. It'll be third and long.
Ready, ready.
They'll run it from the gun. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some...
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
And the Canes send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. They boot it away on fourth down. And they'll blow it dead around the 30-yard line. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Outside the pocket, lets it go. A strike downfield. There he goes. Touchdown, Knowles! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
Coming out with it, it's Carr. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gilbert.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
The Hurricanes can really attack on this 2nd and short. That's caught. It's Anthony. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think
he holds it in and nobody's close. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one.
Well, it's a nice job snagging that pass. Miami has a tradition of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. I get that, but guess what? If you're going to win Heisman Trophies, you're probably throwing to very talented wide receivers. Let's not forget about all the great receivers the Hurricanes have had as well. And they've got a special group this year. This guy right here is one of those dudes. He can beat you one-on-one with his speed, and he has some really, really good hands as well.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
Buys a little time. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment.
Really nowhere for the quarterback to go that time. I like the idea of letting him try to run with it, but no opportunity to get up the field, so he just kept trying to use his speed going sideways. Defense took everything away, and a good decision by him to save a hit and just get out of bounds.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to go up top. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Canes!
And this defense has their hands full. They're dealing with a quarterback that is pinpoint accurate, making good decisions, and they're dealing with a wide receiving group that has a lot of speed and some burners on the perimeter. They might want to think about playing some more zone coverage moving forward. That's now 3 passing TDs they've allowed.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Stopped almost in his track, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
To the air, it's Sperry. Got the back over the middle. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Running back searching for a hole. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
And the Seminoles will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets a block. Touchdown, Miami! Stealing a score on special teams.
And every year there's exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pump up. And this guy got a lot of that pump, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams. You can see the speed, you can see the wheels, and you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. To the air, it's Berry. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Anytime a wide receiver makes a big play like that, images of Peter Warwick start flashing in Seminoles' heads.
And, man, just that time, that era with Bobby Bowden and those offenses, you just think about high-flying, every position, game breakers, and I think of swag, Reese. Just guys that I know I could throw to the outside that had swag, that could take it to the house, make big plays.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Off the play fake. There's the pressure. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at 35. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'll immediately call timeout. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Turning it on! They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the back. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Hurricane!
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
Miami, 35. Florida State, 17.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Soft spot in the middle. Open field on the right. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal.
What a great play call offensively. Taking the shot, you flip the field, and now you better get those red zone play calls ready and dialed up.
Didn't take him long to get into the goal-to-go package. Here they are on first down. Under fire. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
It's got to be frustrating to be this quarterback in this game, too. He just has never had confidence being able to step up in the pocket and deliver throws. When he gets flushed, they're still taking away all the throws down the field. It's just been one of those days.
They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Wants to throw for it on third and goal. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Florida State, number 81. In the end zone.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they now trail 35-24. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Man, we'll have a shakeup in the MAC standings this week. Check this out. The Red Hawks of Miami came away with the win today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks inside Yager Stadium had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. A busy day in the MAC, and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Breaks into the open. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. And the Hurricanes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They're going to ride this running back. Open space at the 25. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Canes. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Oh, they're after him. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
Gonna run it. It's Gordon. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Takes a hit as he fires. Complete to the right. Got enough space. Touchdown, Miami. And the pummeling has started. The Hurricanes continue to gain strength, and they have built a lead on the Noles.
I think that speed from Miami is really starting to show itself here in the football game, and it just doesn't look like Florida State at this point, David, can keep up with all of that athleticism.
Speed and swag. They got it going now. They got the confidence going, and when Miami gets the confidence going, it is tough to beat. Florida State's going to have to make something happen and make it happen fast.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long. With players like that, getting after him.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Trying to get behind the defense. Makes the grab down the left side. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Here's the handoff. Past the sticks, and he may get more. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the 4th quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
Scanning the field, it's Whitaker. Looking to the big tight end. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th.
He'll take a shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven, if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there. A similar situation with a lead like this, they'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
And they'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? He's taking a deep shot. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Unloads to the wideout. For the third straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
They get to him as he throws. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw in the big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Looks as if they're going to get the W behind a really good performance from their passing attack and maybe hold that edge in the rankings as well, fellas.
They're going to hold the edge. They're going to create some separation, too, I think, because of the throwing ability. This quarterback came into this game lighting it up. We knew in the preseason this guy had talent, but against an opponent like this, David, it's impressive to see his performance.
It's one thing to have talent, but to get all the talent with the new pieces every single year to work together, this passing attack looks like they're going to be formidable. And now you already got that one top 25 win for the resume to keep building throughout this season.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll try to do it himself. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
And the Canes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Gonna run it. It's Gordon. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
The Canes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. There he goes. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
What a big big-time run for this offense, a physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
This time, stopped in the backfield and finding the sledding a little tougher than on that last run.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change.
And give him another 6. Grabs him for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Man, you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Whitaker. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in the game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it. The defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
And back to the air on second down. He wants a big play here late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. One more play to pad the stats. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Finds a man on the left. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. A rivalry defined by wide rights, wide lefts, mascot arrest went right down the middle, and a well-earned victory for the Miami Hurricanes. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.